बनाते हैं, and then they distribute and say that tilgul ghya god god bola, which means that eat this sweet and speak nice sweet words, like that. In Gujarat we celebrate it as Uttarayana, and we celebrate with the kite flying. In Punjab, how do you celebrate?
जैसे फायर लगाते हैं
हाँ
सभी फैमिली मेंबर्स
हाँ
और आस पड़ोस वाले इकट्ठा हो जाते
हाँ
हैं
हाँ
और मूंगफली वगैरह खाते हैं।
मूंगफली खाते हैं, अच्छा। हमने सुना है कुछ राइस और ये खाते हैं कुछ गन्ने का रस वगैरह, ऐसा कुछ
हाँ
नहीं?
हाँ
गन्ने का रस मैंने सुना है, करते हैं।
पर्टिकुलर किसी लोकेशन पे होता है पंजाब में,
हाँ
और वहाँ पे भी थोड़ी वैरायटी है।
वैरायटी है, हाँ। और पोंगल में क्या करते हैं प्रभु? ये तमिलनाडु से है। पोंगल में क्या करते हैं? राइस, बॉइल्ड राइस, उसको क्या कहते हैं? पोंगल ही कहते हैं, राइस को ही पोंगल कहते हैं। अच्छा अच्छा। एनीबडी फ्रॉम साउथ इंडिया? यू फ्रॉम विच प्लेस? Andhra. So what do you call to Patapallu? Acha. What do you do in this day? It's the same day, right? Sankranti. How do you celebrate? हाँ, अच्छा, Pongal is the same, he is saying. Same Pongal rice, huh? Yeah, correct. Anybody else from any other part of India? So no. You're from Nepal, right? You celebrate Sankranti on Nepal?
Yes.
What do you do there in Nepal?
So firstly we do home in the morning, and we go to Shiv temple,
Uh-huh.
and then we do like Lord Puja.
Puja. And then food?
Yes, food is like, I don't know what we call it in India. It's like chaklu. So we eat that in.
What is it made up of?
So if you know.
Sugar, yeah, sweet, right? Basically. So basically, we see that we celebrate the same festival, same occasion by different names and by different names. Like here in, say, in Punjab we call it Lori, in Gujarat we call Uttarayan, in Maharashtra we call Makar Sankranti. Anybody from Maharashtra here? Yeah. काय नाव तुमचं?
I am not Maharashtrian.
You're
I'm
not?
from Maharashtra.
You're from Maharashtra. Achha. You speak Marathi?
I can
Understand. Okay. So in Maharashtra we distribute Tilgul, right? In Tamil Nadu, Prabhuji is distributing Pongal today, right? Yeah, singing, dancing. In Meghalaya they call it Pushna. In Assam called Mahag Bihu. So this is the Makar Sankranti. What happens in Makar Sankranti exactly? Why this day is so important everywhere is because this is the day when sun enters into Makar Rashi. It's a very auspicious day. Uh, Sun goes into the northern direction. Now there are two cycles of sun, which is one is called Dakshinayan and one is called Uttarayan. So on the earth we have like a whole year, right? So 6 months, 6 months. You know, 6 months of earth is one day, which means 12 hours of Devaloka. You know Devaloka, Swargaloka, where all the Devtas are residing. All the Devi Devtas, they reside in Swargaloka. So 6 months of earth is 12 days, which means 12 hours of Devaloka. And another 6 months is 12 hours of night of Devi Devata. So our 1 year is 1 day of Devi Devata, 24 hours. So what happens is that in Dakshinayan is the night time of Devi Devata. And when the Uttarayan starts, which is today, is the early morning of the Devi Devata. The doors of Devaloka opens actually. So this is a very auspicious day when the doors of Devaloka is opened up. So all the people, they go to Ganga, they take a shower and they pray, because this is the time Devi Devata wake up. They are here to bless all of us. And people who want to give up their life, like so people who want to die, they think that, oh, hopefully I die on the day of Makar Sankranti, because this is the auspicious day. Because on this day, if you give up the life, you go directly to Swargaloka, actually, Devaloka. And this is the day when we worship Surya. Actually, this is the Uttarayan is all worship about Surya Devata. Our Vedic culture, we worship like Vayu Devta, Pavan Devta, Then we worship fire god, we worship rain god, Surya, Indra Devta. Similarly, we worship Surya Devta also. And today is the day when everybody celebrates Surya Devta. Now, on this day, all the crops, they they uh, they get the crops. They cut the crops on this particular day because this is the day when the uh, official winter times ends and the summer time starts. Actually, that is the time they cut the crop. And all the crop which we get is because of blessing of sun god, right? So that is why. Now everybody worships sun god in a different way. Like some people worship with the distributing the meals, some distribute the prasadam, some distribute various paraphernalias, gift items. People do Ganga Snan in Bihar. If you go, they have a big Ganga Sagar Mela on this particular day. Anybody from Bihar here? No? So today is the day where they have a big celebration called Ganga Sagar Mela. And everybody takes a bath in the Ganga and they will give lots of donations to poor people, right, whosoever is in need. So this is the day which is celebrated as a Makar Sankranti day and is the worship of Surya Devta actually. In Gujarat they fly the kite, Why do they fly the kite on this day? Anybody from Gujarat? What is the significance of kite flying on Makar Sankranti? गुजरात से कौन है कौन बताएगा हाँ दैट इज नॉट एंजॉयमेंट इज सेकेंडरी जैसे सब मिठाई खाते हैं तो एंजॉय पतंग क्यों उड़ाते हैं किसी ने कभी सोचा नहीं वो न्यूज़ तो कभी भी दे सकते हैं आज के दिन ही क्यों देना हाँ काइट फ्लाइंग क्यों करते हैं चलिए जो भी गुजरात से है सबको क्वेश्चन है मैं अगले टाइम मिलूंगा आपको तो इस प्रश्न का उत्तर पूछूंगा मैं बता सकता हूँ आज लेकिन आई वांट टू लीव दिस क्वेश्चन इन योर माइंड so that you will do some research and then you will meet me next time and answer this question. What is the question? What is the significance of kite flying on the day of Uttarayan? Huh? What is that you say, Prabhu? Yeah, go ahead. To get the sunlight, but you can do any other day. That you can do every day. How about on that particular day, 14th of January? How about you, Prabhu? With the kite flying, respect? Kaapyore. What is that? What do they say? Kaikoshe. Hare Krishna. So this is the importance. Okay. So Makar Sankranti, on this particular day, there are very particular past events, which are very historical events, which happened in the history. So on this particular day, Bhishma Pitamaha or Bhishmadev, he left his body. Everybody knows Bhishma Pitamaha? So in Mahabharata, he is a big character, Bhishma. And on this particular day, he gave up his body. After Mahabharata war was over, there was almost like 51 days he was on the bed of arrows because he was waiting for this particular day. On this particular day, Mother Ganga appeared on the earth actually from Devaloka. Anybody knows why Ganga appeared on the earth? No? There was a king, his name was Bhagirath. There's a this king was a descendant of King Sagar, after whom all the oceans are called as Sagar. So King Sagar had children, 60,000 kids. How many? 60,000 kids. And all of them, once upon a time, they offended a sadhu. His name was Kapila Rishi. So as please come here, there's a lot of space here. Please come. So Kapila Rishi cursed these 60,000 sons of King Sagar. And all these 60,000 children, they were burned to ashes because of the curse. So King Sagar was worried that how can his sons get liberation. So then it was suggested that if Ganga comes from Devaloka on the earth, then all these ashes can be submerged in the गंगा वाटर. अभी भी देखो अस्थि का विसर्जन कहाँ करते हैं? गंगा में अस्थि विसर्जन को जाते हैं. तो वो गंगा में अगर अस्थि विसर्जन किया तो किंग सगर के बच्चों का मोक्ष हो सकता है. लेकिन गंगा तभी कहाँ थी? देवलोक में. तो किंग सगर के वंश में एक पुत्र का जन्म हुआ, उसका नाम है भगीरथ. और भगीरथ राजा ने बहुत तपस्या की और भगीरथ राजा की तपस्या से गंगा माता धरती पर आई. इसलिए जब हम बहुत प्रयत्न करना है तो उसको क्या कहते हैं? भगीरथ प्रयास. आपने सुना है कभी भगीरथ प्रयास? भगीरथ प्रयास यानी कि बहुत हार्डवर्क करना सफलता मिलने तक. तो भगीरथ राजा के पहले बहुत सारे किंग सगर के पुत्रों ने मेहनत की, लेकिन कभी कोई भी गंगा को नहीं ला सका. लेकिन भगीरथ राजा के प्रयास से गंगा जमीन अर्थ पर आई. आज ही के दिन इसलिए गंगा सागर जो मेला होता है बंगाल में गंगा के तट पर, क्योंकि आज के दिन ही गंगा का धरती पे आगमन हुआ था. तो क्या क्या हुआ था आज? पहले भीष्म पितामह ने अपना प्राण त्यागा था, माता गंगा का आगमन हुआ था, और चैतन्य महाप्रभु जो भगवान कृष्ण खुद है, भगवान कृष्ण 500 साल पहले एक भक्त का अवतार में आए. उनका नाम है भगवान श्री चैतन्य महाप्रभु. तो चैतन्य महाप्रभु ने आज ही के दिन संन्यास लिया था. ये भीष्म पितामह जो है उनकी कथा भी बड़ी रोचक है. भीष्म पितामह के बारे में कौन कौन जानता है? भीष्म पितामह के माता पिता का नाम क्या था? हु आर द पेरेंट्स ऑफ भीष्म पितामह? हु विल टेल मी? Somebody said. Okay, let's raise the hand and say. Okay, here. Somebody said something. Shantanu. Mata Ganga. Very nice, very nice. So Bhishma Pitama's father's name was Maharaj Shantanu and mother's name is Mother Ganga. So Maharaj Shantanu, he got married to Ganga. He got attracted to Ganga. And Ganga and Maharaj Shantanu in their previous life, they were cursed. In the previous life, Maharaj Shantanu was Mahabhishka. He was a king and he went once to Devaloka, Indraloka. And there he got attracted with Ganga. So they were both cursed to get birth on the earth as a human being. So Ganga also appeared on the earth and Maharaj Shantanu also appeared. Mahabhishka appeared as a Shantanu Maharaj. Now this Shantanu is the king of entire Bharatvarsha. At that time, Bharatvarsha included the whole world actually. Everything was Bharatvarsha. Then it got divided further. So Maharaj Shantanu got attracted to Ganga. But Ganga put a condition for the marriage. What was the condition? Who knows the condition of the marriage? Who will tell me? What was the condition of the marriage for Ganga? कोई जानता है? Yes. वाइफ को कभी कोई प्रश्न नहीं करना है. That was the question. So Maharaj Shantanu and Ganga got married, but the Ganga had a condition. What is the condition? That he will never ask any question to her. The day he will ask her any questions, she will leave. So he said, okay, I will get married. प्रेम में आदमी पागल हो जाता है. So Maharaj Shantanu, a great personality, got attracted to Ganga and he promised that I will never ask a question. So he got married. And then they got a first child. So Ganga, after the birth of the child, she took the child and submerged it in the water. पानी में डाल दिया. So Maharaj Shantanu got scared. But he couldn't ask a question. Why? क्योंकि कंडीशन प्रॉमिस दे दिया था कि प्रश्न नहीं करेंगे, प्रश्न किया तो क्या हो जाएगा, पत्नी चली जाएगी. So first child happened, second child, same thing. Gaga let the child flow in the water. So दूसरा भी बच्चा चला गया. Third, same thing. Maharaj Shantanu's heart was crying actually. He couldn't see his own children dying. Third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, all the 7 children were killed by Ganga. Hare Krishna, welcome, welcome. So now Maharaj Shantanu couldn't tolerate. So when the 8th child was born, then Maharaj Shantanu couldn't take it. So he stopped Ganga and he said, "Why are you killing my sons, my children?" So as soon as Maharaj Shantanu dared to ask a question to his wife, Ganga said that I am going to leave you. I will go back to Devaloka and I am taking my son with me. And that 8th son was Devavrata, Bhishma. And she said that I will bring this 8th son back to you after 16 years. I will train him, I will educate him, and I will bring this son back to you. So after 16 years, then she bring back the son. So here is the Ganga taking away the child, and here Maharaj Shantanu couldn't save any of his children. He was a king actually. If he wanted, he could have punished his own wife. But fate is such a thing. Hare Krishna, please come. आगे आ जाइए, यहाँ पे काफी जगह है. Please come. Fate is one of the instrument. Everybody understands fate. नसीब. हमारे नसीब में कुछ चीज़ें लिखी रहती है जिसको हम अवॉइड नहीं कर सकते. आप नसीब में कैसे आता है कुछ चीज़ें जो हम बदल नहीं सकते, जैसे कि आपका बर्थ. एनीबडी चूज योर पेरेंट्स हियर? किसी ने अपने पेरेंट्स चूज किए थे? डिड यू डिसाइड दैट आई वांट टू टेक बर्थ इन दिस पर्टिकुलर फैमिली? उसको क्या कहते हैं? फेट कहते हैं. यू अंडरस्टैंड? फेट इज विच इज नॉट इन योर हैंड. सो व्हाट इज नॉट इन योर हैंड? बर्थ इज इन योर हैंड. कहाँ पे जन्म लेना, कौन आपके माता रहेंगे, कौन पिता रहेंगे, कौन से कंट्री में जन्म लेना. डिड यू डिसाइड यू वांट टू टेक बर्थ इन भारतवर्ष? Small things you can decide. You want to come to Canada, you want to stay in Thunder Bay or something like that. Small things. उसको fate नहीं कह सकते. लेकिन big things which you cannot change in your life, which is called fate. For example, सबको भगवान राम की कथा मालूम है. Lord Ramachandra's father's name is दशरथ महाराज, है ना. Dashrath Maharaj एक बार once he went to the forest and by accidentally he killed a boy whose name was Shravan. So Shravan's father, they cursed Maharaj Dashrath. What was the curse? The curse was that as we are suffering without our child, you will also suffer without your son. And what happened to Dashrath? Actually, he died in the lamentation of his own son. You see, Lord Ramji is the Bhagwan himself. Is that right? But Dashrath had to undergo his karma. Karma is something which you cannot change, right? Whatever you have done, you have to suffer or enjoy, whatever it is. If you did good karmas, you enjoy. If you did bad, then उसको क्या कहते हैं? Fate. कर्मा फेट डिसाइड करता है. जैसे कि वट एवर यू आर डूइंग कर्मा नाउ, इट विल डिसाइड योर फ्यूचर. इफ यू वर्क हार्ड यू विल गेट गुड बेनिफिट्स. इफ यू डू गुड कर्मास इन दिस लाइफ, मे बी यू गेट बर्थ इन अ बेटर फैमिली, बिकॉज दिस इज नॉट इन अवर हैंड. डेथ, डू यू नो व्हेन यू आर गोइंग टू डाई? नोबडी नोज, राइट? है ना. तो जैसे कि आप एक थ्रेड ले लो, इसका बिगिनिंग भी आपके हाथ में नहीं है और एंड भी आपके हाथ में नहीं है, तो बीच का पार्ट आपके हाथ में है या नहीं? इफ दिस एंड इज नॉट इन योर हैंड, बर्थ, द डेथ इज नॉट इन योर हैंड, डू यू थिंक द मिडल इज इन योर हैंड? इट्स नॉट पॉसिबल, बिकॉज शुरुआत और अंत दूसरे के हाथ में है। उसको कहते हैं फेट, है ना। तो महाराज शांतनु का भी फेट डिसाइडेड था और वो बच्चों का भी फेट डिसाइडेड था। जो बच्चे एक बार एक से एक मर रहे थे, ऑल द किड्स हु वर डाइंग, देयर फेट वाज आल्सो डिसाइडेड, because these kids who were dying in their previous life, they were 8 vasus, Ashtavasus. Vasus are the higher personalities, and once upon a time these 8 vasus, they were brothers. They stole a cow of a great rishi whose name was Vasishta Rishi. And Vasishta Rishi cursed them that as you stole my cow, I'm cursing you that from the higher planetary systems you will be thrown on the earth. Their fate was already decided because of their karma. You understand this or no? So our all fate is decided. When we are going to come, where we are going to come, and when we are going to disappear. So all these 8 vasus were cursed. Then 7 vasus said that we didn't steal the cow. This 8th vasus, who is the one who stole the cow? He said, okay, if that is the case, then 7 of you will come back quickly. And the 8th will have to stay for a longer time. And who was the 8th one? Bhishma Pitamaha. He had to stay longer time. And 7 of them were killed by Ganga so that they can go back. You get this point? So this is called as fate. Our fate is already decided, right? So then Ganga, after 16 years, you can see that she brings Devavrata back. So this Devavrata, whose name after became Bhishma, he was well educated in the Devaloka. He was trained by Brahaspati, the guru of Devtas. And Bhishma Pitama had very good knowledge of all the war. He was a very good trained soldier actually. And he had a knowledge of Vedas and Shastras also. So he was very brave and very handsome looking, very smart looking. Then Ganga brought him back to Maharaj Shantanu and said, I'm giving him back. So now this Maharaj Shantanu gets the son at the age of 16 and he is coronated as a prince, so one who is in the line of a throne. So after Maharaj Shantanu, who will become the king? Bhishma. Devavrata will become the king. But then one day Maharaj Shantanu is roaming around and then he was by the Ganga river and he meets someone whose name is Satyavati. So Maharaj Shantanu gets attracted to a girl whose name is Satyavati. Satyavati is a daughter of a fisherman. And Satyavati was a fisherman's daughter. Her body was smelling like a fish actually. But then she was blessed by sage Parashar Muni and then her body fragrance improved upon. Right? Hare Krishna, please come, please come. So Maharaj Shantanu got attracted to Satyavati and he proposed her that I want to marry you. So Maharaj Shantanu proposed and she said that if you want to marry me, you have to go and take permission of my father. So he went to her father and her father said that I can marry you only on one condition. What was the condition? You are very close, but there is something before that. What was the condition? Can you say that loudly? Very good, very good. Very good. What was the condition? She said that the children of Satyavati has to occupy the throne. Hare Krishna, यहाँ पे आ जाइए. So children of Satyavati has to acquire throne. That was the condition put forth by whom? Satyavati's father. So Maharaj Shantanu already had coronated Devavrata. So he was worried. So Maharaj Shantanu could not sleep. Why he could not sleep? Because he was attracted to Satyavati. कभी नींद नहीं आए तो दो चीजें होती हैं, एक तो आपके ऊपर बहुत बड़ा लोन है या आप प्रेम में कुछ गिर गए हैं काम में. तो महाराज शांतनु could not sleep, he could not eat, he was disturbed. Why? Because he was attracted to Satyavati. He could not control himself. So seeing his bad condition, Bhishma inquired from his chariot driver that, can you tell me what happened to Maharaj Shantanu? So he came to know that his father want to marry Satyavati, but there is a condition there. So then Shantanu went to, Devavrat went to Satyavati's father. Shri Shri Gauditai ki jai, Shri Shri Sitaram Lakshman Hanuman ji ki jai, Shri Shri Radha Vrajavatsal ki jai, Shri Shri Gauditai ki jai, Shri Jagannath Balan Subhadra Viral ki jai. So Maharaj Shantanu's son Devavrat went to Satyavati's father and he said that, what do you want? So he said that, I want Satyavati's children to become the... So he said that, I promise you that I will never become the king and I will let Satyavati's children become the king. So this fisherman was very smart. He was a smart lawyer actually. So he said, what happened if you get married and your children claims the throne? He said, you will not claim the throne, but what happens if your children? So Bhishma at that time took a pratigna. What did he take pratigna? That I will never marry. So Bhishma took an extreme step. Was that a right decision or a wrong decision? To please his father? If Bhishma would not have done that, then what would have happened? Like if somebody says that, okay, that is your problem, why should I not get married? Because he is the king, he is a smart looking, he has everything what he can do, right? And he is the next king in the throne, right? Next prince in the line. So why would he give up? So what was his decision? He wanted to please his father. What was the right or wrong decision? If he would not have taken that decision, what would have happened? The Mahabharata would not have happened. So, Bhishma Pitamaha took that decision because as a son, it was his duty to serve his father. And that is what he considered as a prime duty. But the mistake was on the behalf of his father actually, Maharaj Shantanu. He had a wonderful son. Why would he get attracted to another girl? Right? So this is called as sense gratification. Lord Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita that as a strong wind sweeps away a boat on the water, even one of the roaming senses on which the mind focuses can carry away the man's intelligence. So Shantanu knew that whatever he is doing is not correct. And even after knowing it, his mind he couldn't control because the senses are very powerful. So we have to control our senses. And Bhishma Pitamaha, he took a vow to please his father. So one way you can see that this might be a fate in the life of Bhishma Pitamaha actually. Because this was all decided actually. Because of his previous karma as a Vasu who stole a cow. So many of the things in our life are decided actually. So then this Bhishma Pitamaha, today is the day on the Sankranti day, this Bhishma Pitamaha gave up his life. And you can see that he is sleeping on the bed of arrows, which are created by Arjuna in the Mahabharata war. Right? Now, when Bhishma Pitama was pierced with the arrow, after that he was on the arrow bed for how many days? 51 days. Oh. He was waiting for this particular day of Makar Sankranti. And why? Because as I said, that when sun goes in the northern direction, in the Uttarayan, this is the time when Devaloka doors opens up. This is the daytime of the Devatas. 6 months of earth is 12 hours of Devaloka. So today is the morning of Devatas. This is a very auspicious time. If you give up your life during this time, you go directly to the higher planetary system. So Bhishma Pitamaha he had a blessing from his father that he had Ichha Mrityu. What is Ichha Mrityu? He can die whenever he wants actually. So he decided that he will give up his life at that particular time. Now after Mahabharata war was over, Yudhishthir Maharaj was coronated as a king of the Bharatvarsha, or emperor you can say. And he performed Ashwamedha Yagna and everybody accepted him as an emperor. But still Yudhishthir Maharaj was not happy because he was finding himself guilty for the death of thousands and thousands of people who died on the battlefield. So he was not feeling happy. Lord Krishna tried to pacify him, but he could not. So then, when Yudhishthir Maharaj was very much disturbed, then on this particular day, Makar Sankranti day, Lord Krishna asked Yudhishthir Maharaj and all the Pandavas to go and meet Bhishma Pitamaha, because Lord Krishna knew that today is the day when Bhishma Pitamaha is going to give up his body. So then everybody, Lord Krishna, Arjuna, Yudhishthir, Bhim, Nakul, Sahadev, all their king, all the paraphernalia, everybody went with the horses and everything on their chariots to see Bhishma Pitamaha. They were dressed up very nicely actually, and this was instructed by Lord Krishna, because Lord Krishna wanted Bhishma Pitamaha to see that the Pandavas have been enthroned as rulers of the Bharatvarsha. And that is what Bhishma Pitama also wanted actually. Bhishma always was on the side of Pandavas, but he had to fight with Kauravas. Why? Why did he fight with Kauravas then? चलिए कौन बताएगा? भीष्म पिता को मालूम था कि कौरव गलत साइड पे है ना, अधर्म. But still Bhishma Pitama fought on the side of adharma. Why? Very nice. He had taken a vow that he will protect whosoever is on the throne. That was a wrong decision on the part of Bhishma Pitama. He should have taken a logical decision. Similarly, Dronacharya. Dronacharya knew that Kauravas on adharma. Why did Dronacharya fight on the Kaurava side? Huh? Can you say? To protect his son? That might be a reason, but there is something else. Because Dronacharya, all the time they, जिसका नमक खाया उसका सेवा करना पड़ेगा. He all the time took money from Kauravas. Because Pandavas were in the forest. So he had to take money from. So you had to obey this. So same with Kripacharya also. So all those on the side of Kauravas knew that they are on the wrong side. They are going to lose. And this was also a plan of Krishna. That Krishna wanted to prove to the world that no matter how powerful you are, you might be Bhishma Pitama, but if you are on the wrong side, you're not going to win any time. You understand this? So this is the lesson for all of us. That we might be very powerful, very strong, we might have all the things what we want, but if you are on the wrong side, then you'll never be victorious, right? So Bhishma Pitamaha is on the arrow bed, and he has been getting a lot of pain out of that. And then here Yudhishthir Maharaj and everybody comes to meet Bhishma Pitamaha. At that time, on the final moment of his death, Bhishma Pitamaha gives some instruction to Yudhishthir Maharaj And one of the first instruction he gives to Yudhishthir, he gives him that this time is very powerful. So he says that in the shloka. Can you all repeat after me? Is that okay? This is a Sanskrit shloka. So he says here, you can repeat after me. Yatra dharma suto raja gadha panir godara Krishna atri gandivam chapam surata Krishna stato vipat. Very nice. So you can repeat the English translation also after me. Oh, how wonderful is the influence of inevitable time. Oh, how wonderful is the influence of inevitable time. It is irreversible. Otherwise, how can there be reverses in the presence of King Yudhishthir, the son of demigod controlling religion, Bhima, the great fighter with a club, the great bowman Arjuna with mighty weapon Gandiva, and above all, the Lord, the direct well-wisher of Pandavas. So here, Bhishma Pitama is asking this question to Yudhishthir Maharaj that, hey Yudhishthir, all of you Pandavas suffered very hard. They had to go to forest and they were trying to be killed by the poison and Lakshagraha and Draupadi Vastraharan. So many things happened in the Pandavas' life. So Bhishma Pitama is asking this question to Yudhishthir Maharaj that this time is very powerful. Otherwise, how can Yudhishthir, who is the son of Yamaraj, Dharmaraj, then Bhima, who is very powerful, great fighter, then Arjuna, who is also great fighter, and in addition to this, there is Lord Krishna himself there. Still you have to suffer. Why? Because of the power of the time. And that time is nothing but Krishna himself. In Bhagavad Gita, Krishna himself says that Kalosmi, I am the Kala. So this is the plan of Krishna. When Lord Krishna decides something, it will happen. You cannot stop it. So that is the power of Krishna. Then Bhishma Pitama says to Arjuna that, hey Arjuna, Yudhishthira Maharaj, Nahi asya karchit rajan puman veda vidisitam yada vijigyasya yukta muyati kavayopihi. O king, no one can know the plan of Lord Krishna. Even though the great philosophers inquire exhaustively, they are bewildered. Actually, time is very powerful. Everything time has decided, and nobody can understand the power of time. So, Lord Krishna has used this power of time or himself, and he has decided so many things for everyone. हमारे जीवन में कुछ चीज़ें लिखी है वो होनी है ना. Fate, you cannot change the fate. Can you change the fate? Yes or no? How many no? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. How many yes? How many neutral? So yes, answer is both yes and no. Fate is nothing but it's decided by your karmas in the previous life or in the past. So whatever karmas you have done in the previous, you are going to enjoy or suffer. So अगर अच्छे कर्म लिखे हैं किए हैं तो आपको फेट अच्छा है. If you have done a bad karma, आपका नसीब जो भी लिखा हुआ है. So whatever the karma you have done, you cannot change it. But if you do good karmas now, can you change your fate in the future? Yes. The future is in your hand. The past is gone. So if you start doing good karmas now, then the future will be bright and powerful. So our purpose of human life is that we make our life as pure as possible. So what is purity means? No killing, no cheating, no intoxication. Intoxication means no smoking, drinking, drugs, all those things. Cheating means no going to casino, no buying lotteries, lotto or something like that. Or even relationship outside marriage life is also called cheating actually. And that is a punishable act according to laws of karma. And sometimes people say that who is watching? Who is watching? There is a security camera within your heart. If nobody is watching, your heart is watching everything. Is that right or wrong? कभी हम गलत करते हैं तो हमें लगता है हमने गलत किया. हमारा दिल कहता है ना यार आज तो गलत हो गया, इसको कह दिया हमने, ठीक नहीं कहा, आज इसका दिल दुबा दिया हमने. फिर हम क्या करना चाहिए? फिर किसी से हमारी से गलती हो गई तो you just go and ask forgiveness. Please, can you forgive me? I did this something in the anger, but I should not have done it. Right? So anyhow, so time is very powerful, and whatever it is going to happen is happen. But what we can do is that with the blessings of God and with our spiritual power, like Pandavas had to suffer according to plan of Lord, but their sufferings were minimized because they always had a faith in Krishna, that Krishna will protect us, and they were always protected actually. Similarly, the story of Prahlad. Prahlad is a small little boy. He was always in a trouble, but what happened? He was always protected. Why? Because he had a faith. Mirabai, everybody knows Mirabai. She was trying to be poisoned, but she was protected. Why? She had a strong faith. Right? Narsi Mehta, he was protected. Tukaram, he was protected. Srila Prabhupada, who came, here is our Guru, Srila Prabhupada, he was also protected. He came to America just with $7 or 40 rupees at that time. And in less than 14 years, he traveled across the globe. And in spite of 2 heart attacks, he got paralysis attack. He had serious health issues. But still he managed to spread Krishna consciousness all over the world. Because he had complete faith, right? So problems are there in our life, but what can change? Your ability to tolerate them. So how you react is your choice. Problems are not in your hand, right? But how you react to it is in your hand. So you can react by having complete faith in Krishna, that Rakhe Krishna, Mare Krishna, Rakhe Ke. So अगर भगवान आपकी रक्षा करेंगे तो कोई आपको कुछ कर नहीं सकता है ना? और अगर भगवान चाहते हैं तो फिर कोई कुछ प्रोटेक्ट नहीं कर पाएगा. So having complete faith. Then Bhishma Pitama further says to Yudhishthir Maharaj that this Sri Krishna is no other than inconceivable original personality of Godhead. Esa vai Bhagavan Sakshad. He said, this Krishna who is standing in front of you, you might be thinking him as an ordinary brother or cousin, because Yudhishthir and Arjuna were cousins actually. But he said, this Krishna is none other than original supreme personality of Godhead. It says, Esa vai Bhagavan Sakshad. And he has come in the form of a human being. भगवान अनेक रूप लेते हैं, कभी मनुष्य का रूप लेते हैं, कभी मत्स्य अवतार मछली का रूप लेते हैं, कभी कुर्मा का रूप लेते हैं, कभी वराह का रूप लेते हैं, कभी नरसिंह का, कभी राम का, कभी बुद्ध का. तो भगवान के अनेक रूप है, लेकिन कहते हैं कि ये भगवान जो आपके सामने खड़े हैं, ये कृष्ण, ये से वही भगवान साक्षात आद्यो नारायण पुमान. ही इज द फर्स्ट नारायण, द सुप्रीम एंजॉयर. Adyo Narayana Puman. He is the one who is the source of everything actually, supreme. Then he says that Mohayan Mayaya Lokam Gudas Charati Vrishnishu. But he is moving among all of us in a unrecognizable form as a human being, and we are not able to recognize him. He is moving among the descendants of Vrishni just like one of us, and he is bewildering us with his self-created energy. So, Duryodhana could not recognize Krishna. When Arjuna and Duryodhana, they went to see Krishna, what happened? Before the Mahabharata war, Lord Krishna said, I am not going to fight this war, but I have this Narayani Sena, and you can choose between me and Narayani Sena. So first chance was given to Arjuna. The Arjuna says that, oh, I do not want Narayani Sena. I want Krishna. So Duryodhana was very happy. Why? Because he had no faith in Krishna. He said, this Krishna, what he can do? He is nothing. One person who is also not going to fight. And he is like a bansuri bajane wala. He cannot do anything. So he took the Narayani Sena. Imagine one has a Narayani Sena, one who has a Bhishma Pitama, one who has a Dronacharya, Kripacharya, Ashwathama, Karna, all these great fighters on his side, and on this side is just five Pandavas and few other kings and one Krishna. And what happened? Everybody was killed except the Pandavas. Why Pandavas were saved? Because they had faith in Krishna. Because they knew that this is the person who can save us. Right? So Bhishma Pitama is saying the same thing, that he is moving as an ordinary person, but you do not know. You think that he is ordinary, but he is what? He is the Savai Bhagavan Sakshat. He is the Bhagavan himself. And this is not only Bhishma Pitama saying, actually Kapila Muni, Narada, Asita, Devala, Vyasadevji in Srimad Bhagavatam, every page is mentioned Lord Krishna as the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Narad Muni has declared, even Nimbarkacharya, Madhavacharya, Vishnu Swami, Shankaracharya, Tukaram, Gnaneshwar, Mirabai, Narsimha Mehta, you name it, so many personalities from all over the Bharatvarsha. What have they declared? They have declared as Krishna as the Supreme. Govindam Adi Purusham Tamam Jami. Even Brahmaji wrote a Brahma Samhita, and the Brahma Samhita starts as Govindam Adi Purusham Tamam Jami. Govinda or Vishnu is the origin of everything, right? So at that time, final moment when Bhishma Pitama is going to leave his body on this particular day, he is saying that Bhaktyaveshya mano yasmin vachayan nama kirtayan tyajan kalevaram yogi muchyate kam karmabhi. The personality of Godhead who appears in the mind of a devotee by attentive devotion and meditation and by chanting the holy name of the God releases the devotee from the bondage of fruitive activities at the time of quitting this material body. Further, he says that, my Lord, may my Lord, who is four-handed and whose beautifully decorated lotus face with eyes as red as the rising sun is smiling, kindly await me at the time when I quit this body. So Bhishma Pitama is giving up this body. And उनका last इच्छा क्या है? इतना तो करना स्वामी जब प्राण तन से निकले. So he's saying that when I'm giving up this body, I just want to see Krishna, nothing else. That is my last desire. This is the desire of a devotee. भगवान के भक्त की क्या इच्छा रहती है? कि सिर्फ अंतकाल में भगवान को देखें. Last moment of the life is called as death. Death is the final examination. Life is a preparation. क्या होता है एग्जाम में आपने जो लिखा वो इसका ही रिजल्ट आता है ना. लेकिन वो लिखने की ताकत कहाँ से आती है? प्रिपरेशन से. तो कहते हैं भगवान भगवद गीता में, अंतकाले च माम एव स्मरण मुक्ता कलेवरम. भगवान कहते हैं कि अगर अंतकाल में अगर आप मेरे नाम का स्मरण करोगे तो क्या हो जाएगा? यू विल कम बैक टू कृष्ण लोक, आपको मोक्ष मिल जाएगा. तो ये अंतकाल क्या है? फाइनल एग्जामिनेशन. लेकिन इज इट इजी टू रिमेंबर कृष्णा एट द टाइम ऑफ डेथ? इज इट इजी? इट्स नॉट दैट इजी, बिकॉज लाइफ, लास्ट मोमेंट ऑफ द लाइफ इज वेरी पेनफुल. एक्चुअली जब किसी की मृत्यु होती है तो बहुत दर्द होता है. When we are dying, actually we get the pain equal to 10,000 scorpions biting you at the same time. That is the pain we feel. So death is very painful phenomenon. No matter you one die with a heart attack or with any other problems, death is a painful phenomenon. That is why when people die at the time of death, they pass urine or stool, or eyes remains wide open. आपने देखा है कभी किसको मरते हुए? मृत्यु के समय आंखें खुली रह जाती है, अथवा हाथ ऐसे बंद हो जाते हैं, यूरिन निकल जाता है, स्टूल, क्योंकि बहुत दर्द होता है. इट्स वेरी हॉरिबल. डेथ इज नॉट प्लेजेंट. सो एट दैट टाइम टू रिमेंबर कृष्णा इज नॉट ईजी. Imagine this Bhishma Pitama on the bed of arrows piercing him, and now he is remembering Krishna. So that is because whole life he worshipped Krishna. So you can remember Krishna at the time of death only if you remember all the time throughout the life. इसलिए नाम स्मरण किस लिए कहते हैं? हरे नाम एव केवलम. तो भगवान के नाम का स्मरण हमेशा करना चाहिए. तो जैसे कि हम सुबह उठते हैं तो क्या करना चाहिए? नाम स्मरण करना चाहिए. हाँ, महामंत्र का जप करना चाहिए. देन दोपहर को खाना खाते वक्त नाम का स्मरण करना चाहिए. शाम को सोते वक्त नाम का स्मरण करना चाहिए. सो इफ यू प्रिपेयर फॉर द एग्जाम देन योर रिजल्ट्स विल बी बेटर. एंड इसलिए कहते हैं कि जप करना जरूरी है. हर एक धर्म में, जैसे मैं पहले बता रहा था कि क्रिश्चियनिटी में भी रोजरी है क्या नहीं? रोजरी क्रिश्चियनिटी में जीसस क्राइस्ट के नाम का स्मरण करते हैं वो लोग. फिर इस्लाम में भी जपमाला है क्या नहीं? जूडाइज्म में भी जपमाला है, बुद्धिज्म में भी जपमाला है, और हमारे वैदिक कल्चर में भी जपमाला है. चाहे रुद्राक्ष माला हो या तुलसी माला हो, लेकिन जपमाला है. किस लिए है? क्योंकि हमें उसका प्रैक्टिस करना चाहिए. तो ये जो माला है ना, कुछ लोग कहते हैं माला की क्या ज़रूरत है, लेकिन ये हमें एक प्रकार का रिमाइंडर देता है. और जब माला हाथ में है तो हमें याद में आता है नाम स्मरण करना जरूरी है. वैसे माला हाथ में नहीं है और यहाँ पड़ी भी है ना, तो क्या याद आएगा आपको? जैसे आपके पास माला है घर पे, आपने टेबल के ऊपर ही रखी है, व्हाट विल यू रिमेंबर? नाम कर याद करना पड़ेगा, है ना? इसलिए जपमाला रखते हैं. कुछ लोग कहते हैं क्या ज़रूरत है, लेकिन ऐसे तो हम भूल जाएंगे, है ना? जैसे कि आपके एग्जामिनेशन है तो आप कुछ कुछ ऐसा लगा के रखते हैं अपने स्टडी रूम में, तो आपको याद आए. वैसे ही ये जपमाला है. अगर आप जप भी नहीं करते हैं और अपने सामने ऐसे रखेंगे तो क्या याद आएगा? अरे नाम स्मरण करना बहुत जरूरी है ना? इसलिए. और दूसरा क्या है, जपमाला से क्या होता है देखिए, इसमें 108 बीट रहते हैं. हाँ, इससे हमारा काउंट रहता है. काउंट किस लिए जरूरी है? बिकॉज विद द काउंट देन यू मेजर द रिपीटेशंस. जैसे आप एक्सरसाइज करते हैं तो 10-10 के 3 रिपीटेशंस ऐसे करते हैं ना, 3 sets of 10 or 5 sets of 10. So similarly, when you have a japamala at your home, then you know that okay, how much I am doing, how good I am doing, because anything in your life you count will increase or decrease. अगर आपका कोई हिसाब ही नहीं है तो फिर तो हिसाब रखने की क्या ज़रूरत है, लोग कहेंगे. तो हिसाब इसलिए रखना है क्योंकि हमें आगे बढ़ना है, हमें पीछे नहीं जाना है. अगर हिसाब नहीं रखेंगे तो इसलिए आज अगर एक जपमाला की तो हमें देखना है कि अगले हफ्ते हम 2 करें, फिर 4 करें, फिर 6 करें. धीरे धीरे इसको बढ़ाती जाए. क्यों? क्योंकि हमें यहाँ तक जाना है कि अंत कालन, लास्ट मोमेंट में हमें कुछ याद ना आए, है ना? जैसे आज एक प्लेन क्रैश हो गया, सुना आपने? नेपाल में 75 people died on the plane. So what was the fault of those 75 people? What was the fault of them? There might be small kids, some innocent people there, but all of them. So life is uncertain actually. So we have to practice ourselves. ऐसा नहीं कि हम यंग हैं तो हमारे पास बहुत टाइम है, ऐसा कुछ नहीं है. कोई कभी भी जा सकता है ना? तो we have to prepare for the future because fate, नसीब आपके हाथ में कैसे है? आप कुछ अच्छा पवित्र काम करेंगे तो you have some bright future ahead of time. So purpose of human life is purification. So this is the mantra recommended for the Kali Yuga, which is called Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Can all of us chant together one time? Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So ये मंत्र है, बहुत सिंपल मंत्र है. ये ना तो किसी ने मैन्युफैक्चर किया है, ना किसी ने बनाया है, किसी ने इसे डिस्ट्रीब्यूट किया है. दिस कम्स फ्रॉम उपनिषद, विच इज कॉल्ड कलिसंतर उपनिषद. ये शास्त्रों में से मंत्र आया है ये ना तो कोई संस्था का है, ना इस्कॉन ऑर्गेनाइजेशन का है, ना कोई पर्टिकुलर सेक्ट का है। ये कहाँ से आता है? उपनिषद से आता है। हाँ, तो ये उपनिषद, ये कलियुग के लिए एक उपनिषद लिखा गया है, उसका नाम क्या है? कलिसंतर उपनिषद। उसमें ये कलियुग के लिए ये मंत्र दिया गया है, क्योंकि कलियुग में हम बहुत लेजी रहते हैं ना, सुबह उठते नहीं है टाइम पे, कभी उठते हैं तो जल्दी स्नान नहीं करते हैं, या फिर अपवित्र रहते हैं, तो हमारे पास इतना टाइम भी नहीं रहता है। वी डोंट हैव मच, वी आर ऑल बिजी, राइट? तो इसलिए ये मंत्र जो है, इसलिए कोई नियम नहीं है। ये इसको आप कभी भी कर सकते हैं। यू कैन डू इट लाइक विदाउट शावर, यू कैन डू इट वाइल टेकिंग शावर, यू कैन डू इट वाइल इन द वॉशरूम, यू कैन डू इट वाइल यू डू बाइसिकलिंग, वाइल वॉकिंग, कुकिंग करते वक्त भी कर सकते हैं, क्योंकि ये कलयुग के बनाया गया है। इसका कोई भी नियम नहीं है। सुबह भी कर सकते हैं, शाम को भी कर सकते हैं, रोज सोते वक्त भी कर सकते हैं, बेड में सोते सोते भी कर सकते हैं। तो कभी भी ये मंत्र कर सकते हैं, इसलिए इसका महत्व है। बाकी के मंत्रों के बहुत नियम हैं, जैसे कि गायत्री मंत्र है, हाँ, ओम भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो न प्रचोदयात्। इसके क्या नियम है? तो आपको ब्रह्म मुहूर्त में उठना पड़ेगा सुबह, हाँ, 4:30 से 6 के बीच में। फिर स्नान करना है, फिर आपको गायत्री दीक्षा लेनी है अपने गुरु से, फिर जनेऊ पहननी है, थ्रेड, फिर पूर्व दिशा में देख के शुद्ध अवस्था में उसका उच्चारण करना है। उसको बहुत सारे नियम हैं। ऐसे ही हर एक मंत्र के लिए नियम है, लेकिन ये जो मंत्र है ये कलयुग के लिए बनाया गया है। अगर आप कोई और दूसरे मंत्र का जप करते हैं, जैसे कुछ लोग कहेंगे हम ओम नमः शिवाय करते हैं, तो आप चालू रखिए, दैट इज नॉट अ प्रॉब्लम। बट इफ यू ऐड दिस मंत्र, दिस विल ऐड समथिंग बेनिफिट टू योर लाइफ, because ultimate aim of our life is that at the time of death we remember this mantra. That is the ultimate aim, right? So that is the ultimate purpose of human life. So with that we'll pause here, and we'll do the aarti ceremony. Again wish you all a very happy Sankranti. अभी आरती के बाद हम प्रसाद करेंगे। हाँ, तो सामने many of you are coming for the first time. How many coming for the first time? So thank you so much. Welcome everyone. Thank you. So across the hall we have a dinner. So please take prasadam, and after that you can go. So please join us for the aarti. For aarti we request everybody to come forward, or please stand, and we'll do the aarti ceremony. Hare Krishna. Thank you so much. Rishika ma'am, તમે વગાડશો કે? હા લઈ લેજો. Yeah. વગાડશે તમે પણ સાથે વગાડશો. હા સારું સારું. लाइट बंद कर सकते. श्री गणिताय की कृष्णपृष्ठाय